this evening on ENN Tonight.
Trump's executive order banning transgender athletes and what that means for Elon.
If there was a transgender female who wanted to play on a women's varsity team, that would now be prohibited.
See how Elon will welcome 2 more nursing fellows in the near future.
And a survivor of one of the most devastating worldwide persecutions comes to teach students about her past.
It was our duty, our mission to speak.
Those stories and more,
ENN Tonight
starts now. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for ENN Tonight. I'm Abigail Hines.
And I'm Rachel Holly.
The array of recent executive orders signed by President Donald Trump now includes the exclusion of transgender athletes from competing in sports opposite of their sex assigned at birth. This decision, effective immediately, bars transgender men and women from competing in the NCAA. Over 1,000 colleges across the U.S., including Elon University, fall under NCAA guidelines. The NCAA released a statement regarding this new order, stating, "This policy is effective immediately and applies to all student athletes regardless of previous eligibility reviews under the NCAA's prior transgender participation policy." Assistant Professor of Sports Management Bill Squadron finds the issue at hand very complicated, but said it may not have any impact on Elon.
And in most cases, it doesn't present any serious competitive issue with respect to someone winning a championship or a title. But there are examples where it does. And so to try to come up with a solution to this that is as fair and compassionate to both sides of the issue is really what we should be doing instead of having it become caught up in a lot of political hyperbole.
Elon Athletics has changed their previous policy on transgender athletes in accordance with NCAA rules. Elon's Associate Athletic Director of Communications, Jason Navel, told ENN, "The NCAA Board of Directors took action today to align NCAA rules with the executive order. Elon University Athletics remains committed to fostering a supportive environment for all student athletes and recognizes the complexity of this issue and the many perspectives within our community."
President Donald Trump has signed another executive order set to disband the Department of Education. The department provides funding for public school systems. When announcing his plans to dismantle the department, Trump cited the fact that over $1 trillion are put into the American education system each year. Yet the U.S. is not at the top of the list worldwide. As of right now, local school systems are seeing not many changes.
The Trump administration's federal grant freeze left several districts in the United States uncertain of what could happen next. In a statement from the Alamance-Burlington School District's Chief Communication Officer, there have been no impacts or changes to the district's operations, stating, "If there are any developments that affect our schools, we will work with our state and local partners to address them appropriately."
Elon recently received a $500,000 grant to help the construction of the new Healthy U building. Elon has set a $25 million fundraising goal for this new 3-story facility. Right now, donors have contributed around $16 million, inching closer to achieving this goal. This grant from the William R. Keenan Jr. Charitable Trust also created 2 new nursing fellow openings. Vice President for University Advancement, Brian Feely, said that this grant aims to cover 2 areas of human thriving: education and healthcare.
So I'm really excited about that facility, and this grant enables us to touch 2 major priorities at once. Support to build the Healthy U facility and to build support for scholarships. So it was really a win-win, and it's really exciting to see it come through.
Feely said that these new fellow openings will go through the same interview and application process all fellows experience.
Joining us live in studio after the break is Dean Jana Lynn Patterson to talk about her new role in Health EU.
And coming to town, a new residence building expected to open in June.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff.
That's what white people think. You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
Tonight we have Dean Patterson joining us in the studio. Thank you so much for your time.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So can we just start? Can you just tell us a little bit about this new role that you're taking on at the university?
So about 6 or 7 months ago, I informed Dr. Dooley that I was going to retire from the university in September of 2026, so about a year and a half from now, when Healthy U building was done. And so we began to think strategically about what that would mean within, how the university wanted to move both the Dean of Students functions, the traditional functions, as well as the health and well-being functions. And so we were at a place with some reorganization where we were able to begin that process now. So it's a really strategic move, not only to continue the good work that we're doing in the Dean of Students roles, but also in highlighting and providing more leadership and strategic direction for our wellness and well-being initiatives in Healthy U. So I'm working more closely, giving me more time to work closely with Dr. Reisenen, who's our Director of Healthy U initiatives, and she and I together will kind of lead the strategic direction over the next 5 years or so.
Great. And how are you feeling about this transition from one position to another?
Well, I've overseen all of these areas at some point already in my career. So I've been at Elon almost 39 years. So it will be, they're not new areas for me, but it's exciting because it's new. It gives us a chance to plan thoughtfully and a chance to integrate our Healthy U initiatives, our Healthy U services and programs for students, faculty, and staff. So I'm feeling excited. I feel it's a little surrealistic when I saw that when I got the position announcement from the search firm for the Dean of Students. It was a little surrealistic, but I'm feeling excited about it. And I'm excited for the university because it will give us a year. I will give me a year with that new staff member to help them become acclimated to Elon and to learn to love their work like I love mine. So.
Absolutely. And so a lot of students are anticipating the new Healthy U building.
Yeah.
Do we have any kind of estimation on when we're going to break ground and when we can see this building come up?
Well, we're already, if you look out at the site now, you're beginning to see a lot more activity. We removed the outdoor fitness area to get ready for the construction to begin. We've been doing some work on the ground, and so they're just preparing the site now. But I expect very soon you'll begin to see breaking ground, what we would consider breaking grounds in the next few weeks.
Yeah, and you said that eventually you will be retiring from the university after a very long time working for us. So how does that feel to finally kind of close that chapter of your life?
Well, my husband's not sure I'll actually go through with it, but it's bittersweet because I love this institution. I love my work. I love my students. And so it will be an opportunity to kind of redefine my identity as somebody who is, will be kind of like an alum, a student lifer alum. But it's exciting. My husband, I've worked in student life since we met, and we will be married 40 years this year, so it's his turn.
Right. Well, we appreciate all you have done for this university, and thank you again for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
North Carolina has the third highest number of birds infected by avian influenza, or the bird flu, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. 23 million birds in over 100 different flocks are infected across the U.S., with over 3 million in North Carolina alone. The virus that affects domestic birds, like chickens, has become a high concern as cases have spiked in recent weeks. More egg-laying chickens have been infected since the start of this January than in all of 2023, leading to egg shortages nationally and egg prices spiking in grocery stores. But North Carolina State Veterinarian Mike Martin said that cases in North Carolina were contained quickly and outbreaks were not suspected to be related.
Elon University is honoring the long career of Assistant Vice President for Financial Aid, Dr. Patrick Murphy, who announced he will be retiring in May of 2026. Murphy has been at Elon for 32 years, serving in several different roles across campus, including work with the bursars and admissions offices prior to his work with financial aid. Elon has developed a hiring committee tasked with finding a new assistant vice president for financial aid to fill Murphy's shoes. They are hoping to find someone able to mirror his understanding of the university's financial model and support a plan for the future of student aid at Elon.
The Acorn Residence Inn will be adding 6 new housing units near campus for students, staff, or local residents. According to their management team, the first unit is set to be complete by the end of May. Located on West Lebanon Avenue, the new residences will be available to rent starting in June, following completion. To apply for housing, you can visit their website at acornhousingelon.com.
Up next, a look into a new event that had attendees running to join.
And after the break, I'm here in studio to give you a look at how the Phoenix are playing this spring season.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Even more than I wanted a gold medal, I wanted a heart of gold, like the mentors who were my balance beams refusing to let me down, and the coaches who spoke out to anything out of bounds, heroes who never stood on podiums, but stood up for me. Every shot I made, give the assist to those who since my youth were referees, ready to blow the whistle and end abuse.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Kudos, Carl. You've always had a need for speed. Racing anything with wheels, speed reading novels in record time, yelling out 3, 2, 1 at every traffic light. But this time, you've taken your power obsession to the next level. By purchasing this electric vehicle, you've given yourself instant torque that blows your old launch times away, which will keep you saying, "Woo-wee," every time you punch the pedal. Good for your adrenaline, great for the planet. That's the power of EV.
Elon Softball kicked off its season this week, hosting the annual Elon Softball Classic. How'd the Phoenix play this weekend, Kathan?
Yeah, Abigail, the Softball Classic has become tradition here at Elon, using these early non-conference games as a check-in for the Phoenix. It was kind of a rough start for Elon on Thursday and Friday. The team lost back-to-back games against Ohio University and the University of Connecticut. In both of those games, they blew close leads in the late innings. Turning their attention to the weekend, the Phoenix really hoped to bounce back strong in a doubleheader against Ohio State and North Carolina Central University. I was in attendance of both games to see how it actually panned out.
Similar to games prior, the Phoenix were in a heated battle with the Ohio State Buckeyes. After scoring 3 runs in the first, Elon was shut out for the rest of the game, losing 3-4.
You know, we just have to, again, adjust the pitchers when they're making adjustments, like some of the pitches that we were chasing. We probably should have set back off to some of those.
Going into their second game against NC Central, Elon knew something had to change. That's when senior Caitlin Wells blasted a home run in the second inning.
We needed like a momentum shift, and so I'm glad that I was able to do that. We were just so close to that Ohio State game, and we kind of took that energy and we used it to start off this game really strong.
The Phoenix were on fire, driving in 11 runs by the end of the fifth. Blowing 3 leads in the last 3 games, Elon finally managed to break that pattern and won 13-7.
You know, I saw some good things. I think that a couple times we were a little rough. But, you know, I think the girls have kept their spirits up and really just keep working hard and getting better.
Sophisticated at-bats, consistency in pitching, and confidence on defense is the name of the game for Elon. They look to keep it up as they enter this new season. Kathan Gandhi, ENN Tonight.
Last night, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs faced off in Super Bowl 59. History was on the line as the Chiefs, who were favored entering this game, were looking to become the first team in NFL history to win 3 straight championships. In a game headlined by superstars such as Patrick Mahomes and Saquon Barkley, it was actually the Eagles' defense that took the center stage. The Birds ended the game with 6 sacks and forced 3 turnovers, including a pick-6 from rookie sensation Cooper DeJean. On top of a strong defensive showing from Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts, he flew high, scoring 3 touchdowns and only throwing 5 incompletions. What was a highly anticipated rematch ended up being a dominant, controlled game from the Eagles, who won 40-22. This is their second Super Bowl win in franchise history.
Thanks for that Super Bowl breakdown, Kathan. And for more on the Phoenix, the Elon softball team will play the University of Pennsylvania at home on Friday.
The Red Oak Run Club, along with Fleet Feet and Brooks Running, hosted their first ever shoe donation drive, kicking it off with a 3-mile run on Super Bowl Sunday. ENN's Angelina Fancheroni ran to check out the event.
Boxes and bags of shoes piled up outside the Red Oak Lager House in Biergarten, just 12 minutes from Elon.
Sometimes they're out of some people's price point, so it is nice that people are able to donate those shoes. People who maybe aren't able to access stuff like that are able to get them, even if they've got some life left to them.
Several runners, children, and furry friends attended the event.
A lot of people, actually. I was kind of surprised. I've yet to be out to this run club before, so I wasn't really knowing what to expect as far as how many people would actually come out today, but it was a solid group, so yeah, a lot of smiling faces.
The run attracted well over 30 people, and coordinators say it will become an annual event.
We've done several shoe drives for different reasons, but this is the first time where we've kind of marketed like the Super Bowl. It's like a fun little word to say, and I think judging on the turnout, we're probably going to do it again next year.
The Super Bowl attracted lots of energy as runners, walkers, and staff members warmed up to watch the big game.
Great to see everyone from the community come out and take part in the Super Bowl.
Angelina Fantaroni, ENN Tonight.
Elon regularly invites Holocaust survivors to share their stories with students in honor of International Holocaust Remembrance Day. This year, 4 university organizations hosted the Remembrance Day speaker, and Abby Gravely had the opportunity to listen in.
For Renee Fink, a Jewish woman who was born in the Netherlands, freedom has not always been a given right. At 4 years old, she was sent off to live with a Catholic family and escape persecution, never seeing her parents again. At such a young age, she knew little of what was happening around her.
In those days, knowledge was so dangerous that you wouldn't tell a 4-year-old something.
Being raised in a Catholic household, Fink struggled to connect with her Jewish faith after World War II. It wasn't until a Holocaust Survivors Conference in 1991 that she began to speak about her experience.
We were, in no uncertain terms, told as the last living generation to bear witness to Shoah, that it was our duty, our mission to speak.
To this day, Fink says that she's unable to shed a tear.
There's a fear that if you start, maybe you can never stop.
Abby Gravely, ENN Tonight.
Fink stressed that she and other survivors tell their stories so that history is not forgotten or repeated.
Alpha Epsilon Phi, AE Phi, is Elon's newest Panhellenic sorority. Their recent bid day brought home 27 founding members. The rush process for AE Phi was different from other Panhellenic sororities, with projected new members, or PNMs, withdrawing themselves from formal recruitment on the first day, and interviewing with AE Phi later in the week. Bid day was held in upstairs Lakeside, with their theme being Signed, Sealed, Delivered. New sisters of AE Phi say they are excited to start and expand this chapter on Elon's campus.
Because how unique this opportunity is, just looking forward to see what we get to do with this and how we get to build and strengthen our relationship as a sisterhood.
AE Phi is still currently holding informational meetings for girls still interested in learning more about them.
With 2024 elections in a close, civic engagement continues. Next week, Elon plans to host events on democracy and political discourse. Tomorrow will feature 2 sessions, Writing for Change at 4:30 p.m. in Sankey 308, where students can learn how to write op-eds and letters to elected officials, and Disrupt Distrust at 6 p.m. in East Neighborhood Commons Forum, which will examine civic engagement as a tool to strengthen trust in democracy and well-being. Wednesday, we'll have post-inauguration Now What? That invites students to join faculty-led roundtable discussions on what the election results mean for communities locally and globally. And on Thursday, UNC professor and author Jeff Spinner-Halov will discuss his book, Respect and Loathing in American Democracy, diving into the challenges of maintaining civic respect in American politics.
And after the break, I'll have an update with your Phoenix 5-day forecast.
A new year on the lunar calendar. See how Elon is celebrating the year of the snake.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
In 4 days. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth. without any bread.
There you go.
And kiss them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Women are bad with money. That's what the world's been saying for centuries. But now, we've got something to say.
Save it. It's time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Until we're no longer 80% more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
Save it. The falsehoods, the feelings of fault.
Then, the funds. Learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.
I've always been told I gotta be strong. Thick skin, tough as nails. But to be everything for everybody, it wears on you. Black don't crack, they say. But it can. We all can. Reach out to a friend if you see them going through it. No matter who you are, being vulnerable is what makes us whole. Learn how to help at seizetheawkward.org.
Now joining us in studio for this week's weather, we have ENN's Parker Forgash. Hey Parker, what can we expect to see?
We've seen some warm and sunny temperatures around Elon recently, but with the cold front coming through, we're in for a mostly rainy week with overall colder temperatures. Now for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tonight we will see a low of 34 degrees, with cloud cover increasing throughout the night. Tomorrow, a winter storm warning will begin at 7 a.m. and remain in effect until 7 a.m. Wednesday morning, making our roads slippery and slick. Tuesday will be 36 with a 100% chance of rain. However, there is little or no ice, snow, or sleet expected. Wednesday will also bring a 100% chance of rain, totaling over 1 inch, with a high of 39. Expect rain all day. Keeping this trend going, rain is expected on Thursday as well, ending early in the morning with a high of 60 and a low of 26, a 34-degree change. Expect clouds in the evening. To start off your weekend, Friday will be partly cloudy with a high of 47, and the rain returns Saturday with showers after 1 p.m. and a high of 48. Dust this weekend will range from high to very high, so if you suffer from those allergies, make sure to take your meds and close your windows if it's windy. And lastly, some good news. The sun will set at 6 p.m. on Sunday at Elon, leaving behind 5 p.m. sunsets until November 2nd, 2025. That's all I have for you. Now back to you at the desk.
Thanks for that update, Parker.
Cava Grill, the popular Mediterranean chain restaurant, is opening a new location right here in Burlington. Students said that they are excited about the addition of a Cava only a 5-minute drive from campus. The restaurant will be replacing the Old Harvest 18 location located next to other fan favorites like Crumble, Cookie, and Tomato Jake's. A spokesperson for Cava said that the Burlington location is projected to open in the next few months.
Elon alum Wes Durham has been announced as Elon University's 2025 commencement speaker. Durham will be returning to campus to deliver addresses both during ceremonies. The Cary, North Carolina native graduated from Elon College in 1988 and has spent the past 4 decades covering sports across the nation. Durham has worked in both television and radio as play-by-play commentator for ESPN and ACC. Stay tuned for more coverage on Wes Durham's visit to campus. Love is in the air, and Elon is getting ready to celebrate with numerous events surrounding Valentine's Day this week. Elon Dining will be kicking off the celebration with the Chocolate Fest on Wednesday at Lakeside. Nole will also be selling chocolate-covered strawberries. Head to Downstairs Mosley at 7 p.m. this Friday, the 14th, where Late Night Elon will be hosting a build-your-own stuffed animals with festive treats and hot chocolate. And Turner Theater Sub-Cinema will be watching Live in Time at 8 p.m. Hillel is hosting multiple events during the week, including learning about the language of love on Monday, making Valentine's Day for Blinkley Hall Retirement Home, and their Tuesday Schmooze Day and a Falafel Friday Habat at Valentine's Day. The Office of Sustainability is also hosting an Eco Love Letter writing event on McEwen Patio, where you can also get a chance to win sustainable prizes. Well, that's all the news we have for you this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Head over to our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, for stories, sports, and more.
And make sure to follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
And don't forget to check out ENN Radio on Spotify.
Have a great night, Elon.